It looks like Lynn has joined in. So this is going to allow Lynn to speak. And you guys can talk it out. And let's see what happens.
Right on.
How you doing, Lynn?
I'm doing good. Hello, Joe.
Hi, Lynn. How are you, brother?
I'm doing okay. Listen, I don't have any speeches to make. I'm going to stick by the rules. I understand we're going to ask two quick questions. Let me ask you this one.
Sir.
You just said that Professor David Clements insulted you by calling you a Freemason.
Yes, sir.
What is it about being a Freemason that you found insulting?
Yeah. Okay. So, Lynn, if you know the history between Catholics and Freemasons, you know that.
No. I don't know the history. Why are you insulted by being called a Freemason?
Because Freemasons have persecuted Catholics for centuries.
Does it have anything to do with being a 33-degree Mason?
Well, I don't even know what that is because I have no idea what that is.
Do you think that people that are seeking political office should disclose whether they are members of a secret society such as Freemasons?
Yes.
And you would have that apply to someone like Patrick Byrne?
Sure. Anybody.
And Mike Flynn, your brother?
Yes.
And Ron DeSantis of Florida?
Or anybody. I mean, if Freemasons...
And Mike Pence?
Yeah, I mean, if
everybody ought to come... Do you believe everybody ought to come clean with the American public and disclose whether they are members of the Freemasons? Yes or no?
Yes, because I'm an anti-Freemason person.
Well, there are a lot of Freemasons in the country. You know that, don't you?
There are, yes, absolutely. I only know one. I've only known one my entire life.
Who is that?
A kid I grew up with that when I back up in Rhode Island, I went back, you get together with friends when you go home and this and that. And then I go home. This was about 5 or 6 years ago. And this Catholic boy, and he said, I joined the Masons. And I go, what the hell's that? I go, is that the funny handshake thing? And he goes, yeah, we kind of made fun of it. And and I said, wow, And then I actually only started really looking up Freemasons when David started calling me a Freemason. I said, shit. I remember my dad talking about the Masons being sort of like this people you stay away from because we were Catholics. And, at that time, there was a lot of anti-Catholic stuff going on up in New England.
So you think the problem with the Freemasons is they're anti-Catholic?
Well, as a Catholic, I do, yes.
What about as an American citizen or a believer in Jesus Christ?
I do. I agree with you. I think they're a dangerous organization.
Well, do you believe that we have a lot of people in our government right now that are members of being Freemasons that don't disclose it?
There may be, Lynn. I don't know. But I would not be surprised. Hold on. I would not be surprised.
Well, in what way do you see them as a dangerous organization to the believers in Jesus Christ?
Well, because I don't believe that they hold Jesus Christ up to the same level of worship as they do their own, and again, this is my limited knowledge of Masons or Freemasons, sort of their own little cult is more important than the veneration of Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior. So but I guess you could say the same thing about any other, religion that doesn't believe Jesus Christ is Lord and Savior. But Freemasons are a little different because they come from lots of different denominations. But I don't know a lot of people that I grew up with that were Freemasons, or I just don't have a lot of experience with it, man.
Well, listen, I appreciate your answers. Let me indulge you one more question. You've seen the prayer that Mike gave in Hank Kuhneman's church?